I know, right? Hello, everyone, and welcome to this nighttime tribal council. As you can see, it is quite dark, but the torches around tribal are lighting it up. Players filing on in now. I can see them around the bend. Ugh, this is such a drama. I love it. Look how good this tribal council looks in the nighttime, y'all. All right, so entering tribal, we have Jordan, Barry, Kendall, Kevin, Kyle, Bennett. And you'll really have to take my word for it right now.
All right, Fahi, welcome to your first night tribal council. This is what Survivor is all about. Jordan, welcome to the tribe. How was taking the last hour to integrate yourself with this group, knowing you have immunity, knowing you're going to make it past this round, but trying to build connections for future rounds?
Yeah, it's interesting because when we got our new player, Ned, on our team, we won a challenge, so we got right into Kumbaya for an hour. Then we did a challenge and lost, and then we got to this point. This time it's a little bit different. The first word I had with any of these people was strategy. So it feels good to be safe right now, but it's so hard to get a read on anyone's story. I know a lot of tribes are obviously trying to put on a little facade, so you never know what you're really getting yourself into when you're jumping into a new group. But I do appreciate that everyone made time and was open to chatting.
Good, good. Kevin, with Jordan joining this group, the numbers on this tribe look a little different. We now have a super majority of 4 season 2 members on the tribe. Was that a big part of the conversation going on over the last hour?
I think a lot of conversation happened over the past hour, and that was a variable that was brought up, but I don't think any singular vote should be down to a singular variable. So I think that came up. I think that's going to continue to come up given the volume of season 2 members, but I mean, it's up to them how they craft their own narrative and if they want to continue on those lines, and we'll kind of see where that falls.
Okay, Kendall, yeah, talk to me about crafting that narrative. How do you manage the perception of outside relationships? When people are saying, pre-assuming that you're close with someone, but maybe your game doesn't want to go that route.
This is a very tough season because everyone has pre-existing relationships. I don't think there's a single person in this game who didn't have a relationship with someone from another game, from outside the game, from other LRGs I've been learning as we've been chatting in our tribes. So it's very complicated. There's a lot of webs happening, and I think we're all trying to get in and out of our own webs in a weird way and trying to manage that ourselves. And I don't have an answer because I don't know if I've been able to do that myself yet.
Okay, Kyle, all 3 winners still in the game to this point. Um, do you feel like you are, being kept along as a shield, or do you feel like you've been able to fully integrate yourself and kind of maybe people aren't even talking about the winners anymore?
Maybe a mix of both. I think we all know everybody here is a good player, whether they won or not. So it doesn't necessarily matter that we won because there are people who are here who have won other franchises. And so we know people here can win games. So we're looking at the total player rather than just like the scoreboard for one game in particular.
Yeah, that's a good point. Bennett, I mean, at what point do we stop even considering maybe a past success or the past kind of reputation of someone and start only thinking about what they've done over the last few days?
Yeah, I think because everybody comes with some level of baggage, being a winner just means that you have potentially more or more obvious baggage. Um, and so it definitely gets considered, but I think that come the individual portion of the game, the winners might have maybe a bit bigger of a target on their back. And so the non-winners that have talked to me have shared that that seems to be part of the strategy. But it has come to light for me in the last couple of minutes that unfortunately I will be the one voted out tonight because the others here have decided that they will side with Barry instead, which is fully fair game. Barry, good on you. So it's become abundantly clear that unfortunately, the people that I thought I was working with have decided to flip, and so this will be my boot, I guess, if we want to call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What pitch were you giving them?
So the pitch that I was giving was we have the 4 yellows here that are still, working together. We've been loyal to that group. Last round, we were all original yellows. I had a deal with Justin that I felt like I couldn't turn my back on, just like he couldn't turn his back on Dion on the vote before. And so unfortunately, I put a vote on Kevin, knowing Kevin. I mean, you guys told me that you guys were voting for Justin. We knew Kevin wasn't going anywhere. And so the case that I've been trying to make is, to me, Barry is more of a question mark. It's no offense to Barry. Would love to get to know you and hang out outside of this. But the reality is the yellows have worked together. We have, I thought, had like a deal to go further. I know Jordan from a past game and I know him from New York. And I thought, like, okay, this could be a pretty easy vote. And unfortunately, it sounds like they decided that they're going to go with Barry instead. That's all that happened. So I made my case. I thought we were good for like the last hour. And then in the last probably 5 minutes, I was told it flipped. And unfortunately, that's just the way it shakes out. But it's all stars, so like I get it. You gotta play, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I would be lying if I said it doesn't sting a little bit, both knowing that I have played season 2 with all of these people. Again, no Jordan from outside, and thought we just had kind of a good thing going with yellow as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you sharing all that. Barry, I'll kind of throw it to you to see if you have any type of rebuttal or kind of you want to explain what type of pitch you had to the rest of the group. Maybe it's not as done a deal as Bennett thinks.
I guess I don't have a real strong pitch, but I would say that I think, it's all stars. I feel like I took a big leap of faith by making myself a really easy option for banishment. And, I think these guys are kind of leaning into it too if they're willing to take a chance on me going forward.
Okay.
And I also just want to say, if I can,
Yeah.
just to repeat one more time, because I've already said this to you guys, I genuinely feel like the only people that I have connections with left in this game are the people sitting right here, and you only because we've known each other for a while, right? Like, there are a lot of people here, Barry included, who have a web of people around them. I don't have that. And so I understand too where that might sound dangerous because they're a free agent, but like you guys are the ones that I'm planning to work with. I was like very, very clear on that. And I really, really think that they are making a big mistake going with somebody who has an entire other tribe that they don't know the full dynamic of and has also volunteered with this year over year. And sorry, Barry, like I have to make my case just one more time.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And so I just feel like there's somebody who has a huge network of people they can lean on. And then you have me that like, sure, I could scurry off and like try to make a deal with somebody else, but like the people that I work with that I wanted to work with are sitting right here in front of me. And I feel like I'm pleading for my life, but I don't know that it's going to go anywhere. But I would be remiss to not say it one more time. So
No, I appreciate that. This is an all-star season, and that was an all-star, rebuttal to the vote, and hopefully you maybe won some people over. Unless anyone else has anything to say,
I'll say one
you
thing.
got one more. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like going forward, totally get where Bennett's coming from. I feel like if you go back to camp and you were to keep him over me, and he knew that he was basically the odd man out getting chopped, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't be feeling too great about that.
Okay.
and I think we can work past it. So just want to reiterate that we can all still be very good friends when you guys keep me and we hang out tonight at the campfire.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that, I'll let that be the last word, and we'll get to the vote. Jordan, you're up first.
All right. And away we go to tea time.
You need a light?
I do.
Here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. I'm just going to light the path here for us so we can head on out. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have so much to talk about. That is crazy. Oh my God. Wait, no, not on me yet because it blinds me. Sorry. All right, y'all. So we are just making our way out. Okay. This is so crazy. I'm dying, and I'm okay. Good, thank God. I couldn't see the chair that I've been sitting in for tea time, but it's here, so we're good. Okay, so all right, let me settle on in, and I will flip the camera around, and then I will fill you in on everything. That is some drama. Okay, let's see. So I am okay. Ugh. All right, let's see. Let me turn this around so y'all aren't blinded. Okay, hello. Um, actually, Tyler, would you do me the favor of not on my face, but just on my notebook so I can read?
Yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, this is fabulous. Hello, everyone. Um, welcome to tea time for this. Okay. All right. Okay. So, okay, this is Fahi. Um, and this is funny. Okay. So, wow. Okay, where do I start? Okay. So okay. So first of all, let's talk about actually we'll just talk about what we are like heard at tribal. So if what Bennett is saying is true, that Bennett is wanting to stay Fahi strong, yellow strong, and of course that would mean that Bennett is wanting to stick with Kendall and Kyle, who have been Fahi, and I guess also technically Kevin, but I guess not anymore because that or no Barry. But yes. So okay. So say I'm sorry. So Bennett is wanting to say Fahi strong. Um, and Kyle and Kendall were also wanting to say Fahi strong, as I've heard. And earlier they were potentially saying, hey, let's get out Barry because if Barry is actually like not if sorry if okay basically they were like okay so if Barry is telling the truth about this like sob story about how he's like blindsided and like doesn't can't believe like they voted out Nina and he had no idea and now he's like has no one and then if that's true, Kendall and Kyle are kind of like, okay, well, why don't we vote out Barry? Because Barry doesn't sound like he's going to give us very many like good connections if we find ourselves on like a swap or a merge. Like he doesn't have anyone to like pull in with us to give us a group to form a majority,
That might be
which is
some
huh?
circus players.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you though.
Mhm.
I'm speaking really quietly.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, so I don't know what's happening. That was a loud yawn. Sorry. Okay, but the reason this is so funny is because Kendall, Kyle, and Bennett and Jordan were all players in season 2. Bennett came into this season telling us that his plan was to eliminate all season 2 players and be the only season 2 player remaining. So like literally game plan going in, Bennett was like, I want him all gone, let's cut him. And so Bennett is now like claiming at this tribal council that like, no, I was ride or die with you. All I wanted to do was work with you and be with you. And it's the same season 2 people that he came in targeting. So it's either like best laid plans that he threw out the window immediately once he started, on a like being on a tribe with them and working with them from the beginning of Yellow Fahi on day 1. Or perhaps this is just like a big, speech to try and save himself. So I have no idea. How fun. Okay, so let's get back into what I had heard before all of that craziness. So basically, Kevin and Kendall are still a super tight twosome. They both really like each other. Kevin has good vibes. He has like a good rapport going with Barry. So Barry and Kevin have been getting along. And Kevin said that to Barry that he wants to keep Barry safe. And so even though Kevin, who is working with Kendall and Kyle, were thinking, hey, let's vote Barry. Kevin was hoping that he could convince them to vote for Bennett instead. So perhaps if Bennett does go, Kevin was successful in convincing Kendall and Kyle to vote out Bennett and keep Barry. So we shall see. Um, let's see. However, there's a wrench in the plan because these players are concerned that Barry has some sort of idol. So there was also at some point a plan. Oh my gosh, this is like clicking in real time for me. So there was also a plan to pile votes on Barry and throw one vote elsewhere, according to Bennett, onto Kevin. So that way, if Barry has an idol, Bennett stays there, Kevin goes home. But if not, then Barry just goes home. So I forgot about that being a whole thing. Meanwhile, Barry earlier was saying that he was really worried about the trio of Kendall and Kyle and Jordan because they would kind of dictate the game. And now, meanwhile, maybe they're saving him. So maybe there was nothing to worry about, or maybe there is something to worry about. And they did such a good job convincing Barry that he's safe, but really he's not. I have no idea. Meanwhile, Jordan was considering voting Bennett. Jordan is very close with Kendall and Kyle personally. They're all like very, very close friends. And so, yeah. So I think, which according to Kendall complicates things when Jordan came onto her tribe. This is the first tribal council of the two, FYI. Let's see what else. I said that. Oh, so Bennett was also super stressed earlier, even before Tribal Council, saying that like he thought Kevin was trying to target him because he is. So I guess his intuition was right on that. Yeah, we will see. Either they're being very good actors, and there's about to be some sort of crazy like idol flush, blindside with like a big playing it up, just in case, so that like Barry doesn't play an idol if he has one and feels super safe, or like what is going on? I have no idea. So we shall see, y'all. And speaking of idols, I mentioned earlier, but Fahi has an idol hidden at Tribal, and I want to say it's behind a stool, but maybe not. I can't. It just depends on. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it's behind a stool, and that stool is currently occupied by Jordan? Jordan's in the area. Anyway, okay. That is all. I feel like I yeah. That's just it. Just a little bit of info. That's all. Okay. And back we go to tribal council. I cannot see like what's going on there, so I'm gonna assume that we gotta head back. All right. Thank you so much to Tyler for lighting up my notebook so that I could give y'all info. Yeah. All right. So in we go to tribal council. Again, this is the first tribal council. The next tribe is waiting on deck, and that tribe will be happening right on after. So stay locked here because I'm not cutting the stream. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm holding my flashlight in one hand and I'm holding this in another. So just give me a second and I'll turn us around once we're back at tribal. Okay.
All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so.
Kim, I do have a little treat that I found myself today.
Oh.
So I would like to go ahead and use it and play this on myself tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bennett. This is not a hidden immunity idol.
I had to. So. Made you sweat a little bit.
All right. I'll get to the votes.
Let's do it.
First vote, Bennett. Second vote, Barry. Third vote, Bennett. Fourth vote, Bennett. Fifth vote, and the next person voted out of Can You Survive All Stars, Bennett. That's enough.
Good. All right.
I can take this one.
Okay, cool.
Bennett, I'm sorry to say, the tribe has spoken.
All good. Thank you, Cam. Appreciate it.
You will have a chance to get back into this game. Good luck at the arena.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye, guys.
Fahi, you are down to 5. We're gonna have you go back to camp, okay? You can head outside this left side.
All right. The 5 remaining players of the Fahi tribe gonna head on out of tribal council. And the Dorso tribe will be filing in momentarily. We'll just keep you on this like beautiful little "Can you survive" sign in the meantime, so you have something lovely to look at. Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all, Bennett really had me going there, I will say. Because Bennett, when he played season 2, like constantly was finding idols. It was crazy. He was either finding them or he was like getting close to them or accessing them. At one point, oh my gosh, super fun fact about Bennett, y'all. So in season 2, we did a red paint idol where Bennett had to, while he was voting, he had like earned this advantage that presented him with this like red bucket of paint, and he had to reach into it to get an idol. And he did, and he came back covered in red paint. And this was years before Survivor did it, and Sue got covered in red paint. So we always like to joke they were inspired by CYS. All right. I'm pretty sure people are approaching, whether it's a tribe member or not. Hard to say. It's Katie. All right. Oh, Linda, you're so sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna light this flashlight so perhaps we can see our lovely travelers' faces as they come in. We'll see. I'm trying not to blind them. I'm just trying to, you know. All right, and we have Alicia, Kaylee, Jazzy, Albie, Kelsey, and Bobby.
All right. Welcome to the night tribal. Jazzy, I'll start with you. A few rounds back when you were banished, had a pretty large reaction. Was that a complete surprise to you?
Yeah, it was. Um, and I got a little upset, but luckily everybody here welcomed me really well, and we were able to win that challenge. So it felt good. I'm hoping to make some friends here and move forward. Obviously, I'm immune tonight, so it's a good time to be a number.
Okay. Kayla, you were immune last time, and hopefully made those inroads that Jazzy's talking about right now. But there's still 4 original Dorso here. Do you feel like you're just an easy vote at this tribal?
Yeah, I hope it's not an easy vote. I hope that there's some thought behind it. Yeah, no one on the bottom of the situation here. Sorry, it's very late. I'm tired. Words aren't coming as well. Is gonna feel super comfortable, but I do feel like I've built some good relationships here, authentic relationships that I hope I can trust and lean into.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's see. Albie, the winners all still in the game pretty late into it. Do you feel like you've been able to, stop having conversations about that? Are people looking past the fact that you're a previous winner?
I To be honest, if an all-star is targeting somebody because they won the game, I don't think they're an all-star. Like, we're all here because we're good players. So if you're targeting somebody just because of their placement, then I question why that person's here. I think people are more focused on their relationships in the game, and that's my hope.
Okay. Bobby, yeah, I mean, he talked about it is all very good players. Even in a normal season, it's hard to figure out where you are in the pecking order. How much harder is it to figure out where you are in everyone's plans playing with such good players?
Honestly, it's been kind of impossible. Navigating this game has been by far the hardest thing ever. I mean, even just going back all the way to the beginning, right? Like, there was not that easy first boot kind of typical situation, right? Where you can build a majority and then kind of work that until merge, right? Like, I feel I seriously that like that 9 that we started with, like that felt like merge, right? That felt like the merge of 9, and then we're whittling down from there, and we keep coming back pretty much every time. So it's really just like that. And
Interesting. Alicia, do you agree with kind of what Bobby is saying there, in that there hasn't been a clear majority established and it's been maybe more fluid round to round? Or do you feel like you have found your people from the start?
No, I do feel like it's been a little bit more fluid as the game has gone on. And just, I don't know, it's hard because the caliber of player is just so high. Like everyone has so much. And so I think like information is really valuable and being able to give and take and work together at the same pace. We've just all ended up solidifying like a good group we have here. And we honestly feel great about the people we've added as well. So I think it's been, yeah, it's kind of been case by case. Like we're just all taking things vote by vote, challenge by challenge, and going from there.
Okay. Vote by vote, challenge by challenge. Kelsey, how far ahead do you feel like people are starting to look or plan or talk about? Are people already talking about the individual portion of this game at all?
I mean, I can't speak for everyone else, but I'm not looking very much farther than my nose.
Okay.
I mean, like literally and metaphorically, it's very dark. You can't see much out here. But yeah, no, I think just due to the chaos of, I mean, the chaos of how crazy good this cast is, and then the chaos of the captain and banishment twist, it just adds a lot of other variables. And I don't know, at least for me, I'm not planning that far ahead. So that's why you all should keep me, because I'm not convoluting any far ahead plans, but I don't know, maybe other people are.
Okay. All right. Unless anyone has anything they want to get off their chest, I think we're good to vote. Okay. We'll start with you, Alicia.
Cue music.
All right. And away we head again. I'm gonna wait. Okay. Turning on a light, y'all, so I don't trip. Which I might do anyway, even with a light. But you know, we gotta maximize our odds here. All right. So let me just power walk over to tea time. Hopefully someone will come and find me and light me. If not, I'll just, I don't know how I'll do it, but I'll figure it out, y'all. Oh my God, I almost just walked into a bush. Things are clearly going really well. Okay. All right. So, oh my God, y'all. Okay. So like, breaking news about, well, I thought it was breaking news because I was shook. So, apparently the rumors are true. Barry was in fact blindsided and had absolutely no idea that Nina was going. So what Barry has been telling to his new tribe that we just saw, was true. And, and hello, thank you. Let me spin myself around here so y'all can see me. Yeah, so Barry not lying, not doing a full stop story, like literally, actually, totally shocked. And what shocked me even more was who was behind that Nina vote and Barry blindside. So, okay, let's head back. Okay, so Dorso. So, okay, so we are now down to 6, and in each tribe. And so there are 6 players there on the Dorso tribe. So, as I just revealed, the blind side was real, the Barry said. So, okay, so let me walk you through. On this tribe, we now have another named alliance. It is called the No Relationship, and it is a group of 4. And that group of 4 is Alicia, Kaylee, Albie, and Bobby. So again, Alicia, Kaylee, Albie, and Bobby. So, oh my God, this is so much. Okay. Sorry, I'm so excited, y'all. This is a good one. Okay, so they are a super tight 4. They have some like plans going on in the works, and I am obviously about to tell you of those plans. So, okay, so basically, they are a type 4. They have been talking, and I believe it was, I don't know, basically
Oh, Alicia and Kaylee are both wary of Jazzy. They think that, like, oh, she came in with this sob story about being so shocked, and they're just not sure if they're buying it. And so they kind of wish that they could target Jazzy, but obviously Jazzy is immune because she is a captain. And if you're doing the math, if there's 4 people in the no relationship and one who is immune as a 5th, well, there's only one player left because there's only 6 people, and that player is Kelsey. So currently, there is a plan with the no relationship potentially to vote out Kelsey. And yeah, and however, um, yeah, so Kelsey is one of the targets. Sorry, I'm just trying to, it's so funny. I should say this now. Because this is coming true. When Jazzy came onto this tribe, her exact response was that Jazzy thinks Dorso is a shit show. And it is, and that's shown in this crazy notebook that I have for you. Anyway, okay, so Jazzy had her confessional early, and so at that time, she was confused because she was like, "Why is no one coming up to me as a group and like trying to use me? Because I'm immune, so I'm obviously not going anywhere. Why is no group trying to like not trying to pull me in and form some sort of majority?" Well, I think later Albie ended up kind of trying to do that. I'm told that Albie is kind of courting Jazzy as a 5th person to like join up with the Alicia, Bobby, Kaylee, Albie no relationship alliance. So good on Albie for doing that. Albie is wanting to target Kelsey because he's worried that she's like leaking information about his game and he wants to keep, a lockdown on the info that he's been sharing. And he thinks that perhaps Kelsey is sharing some of that information. Um, yeah. Kaylee not wanting to ruffle feathers, classic Kaylee. So kind of thinking that the Kelsey vote is the best option, perhaps. Um, and this whole no relationship has come up with this like grand plan to potentially vote Kelsey and then have Alicia banished so that she's safe, and then keep the like 3 of Bobby, Albie, and Kaylee. At least this was kind of one of Bobby's plans in his mind because Bobby said that he voted Nina to solidify his relationship with Alicia, um, to kind of show her he was with her. Um, yeah. Speaking of Bobby, Jazzy also feels good about Bobby, and Bobby feels good about Jazzy. Jazzy's kind of feeling, which at the time, I guess that like Jazzy's one good connection was Bobby because they respect each other's gameplay styles, which is nice. Let's see. What else? Okay, sorry, I still have big info to share. Anyway, okay, so um okay, so you would think that this no relationship was the 4 responsible for the Nina blind side, but in fact no, they were not. um According to Kelsey, it was Kelsey, Alicia, Kaylee, and Albie that blindsided Barry by voting out Nina. So Bobby is claiming, like, so I'm confused. So either someone didn't vote Nina in that alliance, or Bobby is lying to Alicia and saying he voted Nina to show her, like, to show Alicia that he was loyal. I'm like not really sure. In other news, though, um, Kelsey realizing that she potentially needs. Oh, so okay, so Kelsey, I think thinks that because this is what it. Okay, so Kelsey thinks she voted with Albie, Alicia, and Kaylee to vote Nina. She's assuming that's the other 3 that voted with her, I guess. And so she is feeling torn between going with them and targeting Bobby or trying to pull in Jazzy and Bobby to target either Alicia or Kaylee, even like, but realizing that that would be like forcing a tie here. Um, so it's a mess. It's a certifiable mess. And I know I keep saying that, but like, I'm sorry, but it's just true. Um, so yeah. So that's where we're at with this. Okay, I think I think that's officially all I have for you right now. I was like very shocked when I found out that Kelsey was in on this, Nina elimination plan. But anyway, okay, I'm just yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Anyway, oh, and Alicia and Kaylee love each other. That's the other thing. Yeah, so Alicia and Kaylee loving each other. Yeah. So, okay, cute. All right, y'all. Heading on back. Alice saying Kelsey find an idol at ASAP. I do believe that this group does have an idol at Final Tribal Council in one of the torches, but now it's so dark that I cannot imagine that they would be looking for it. So, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, can we light me? Sorry.
I thought you had the flashlight.
No, I did, but I'm trying to tuck my notebook back in so that players can't see it. Okay. Sorry about that little gasp situation there. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Just while we walk back in. All right, I hear the drum music. Okay, someone is walking back. It looks like Bobby. So I think he must have been the last to vote. Looks like Cam is out tabulating the votes. So we are back in perfect timing. Good job, y'all.
Yay. All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. All right. I'll get to the votes. First vote, Bobby. Second vote, Kelsey. Third vote, Kelsey. Fourth vote, Kelsey. Fifth vote, and the next person voted out of Can You Survive All Stars, Kelsey. That's enough.